Elon Musk's brain is behind so many exciting things about our planet. You all know our planet wasn't his limit. It reached that red planet. But there is something shocking news that you guys should know. Recently, Elon Musk revealed this, but still, people around us aren't aware of this. Aren't you curious to know about it? Then watch this video till the end. Hey guys, in today's video, we will discuss this shocking news. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press that small bell icon so you will not miss any of our videos. You guys are well aware of the Mars missions that are going on in SpaceX stations. Technologies and ideas have been brewing up there. Each revelation made by Elon Musk is surprising to each of us. The latest news was that his Mars mission would be covered within 5 years. We thought it would take more than a decade, but he is doing it so fast. Isn't it stunning, guys? I'll be surprised if we are not landing on Mars within 5 years. That is what he said about the period. There are many types of research going on regarding life on Mars all over the world. Finding source water there was another huge news then. All these researchers show about the great interest that billionaire people around us have in developing life around Mars. The biggest problem that we all are facing from the very beginning is finding a solution for the sustainable availability of food. We guess that this is the new problem with the Mars mission. Several studies and research is going on about the production of food there. Traveling to Mars will take a time of many months, and just think how long someone can survive without food. That is impossible, right? That's what we were saying. It's a problem. SpaceX is developing the most potent vehicle Starship for this Mars journey. Elon Musk has predicted that humans will be able to land on Mars within the next 5 to 10 years. Elon has shared that the Starship is the most complex and advanced rocket ever made, and it's next level from an engineering perspective. The primary goal of Starship is to reduce the cost per ton per orbit and ultimately the cost per ton to Mars's surface. According to SpaceX's website, the vehicle to which Musk was referring is built to take both crew and cargo to Earth orbit, the Moon, Mars and beyond. The spaceship will be the world's most powerful launch vehicle after developed, with the ability to deliver more than 100 metric tons to Earth orbit once completed. Despite the Starship's recent achievements, Musk maintains that the most significant stumbling block remains the cost of a 6-month mission to Mars and building a permanent presence on the planet. Have you all watched the movie Martian? Watching that will bring more questions to your mind. In the 2015 Hollywood movie The Martian, Matt Damon's trapped astronaut cultivated potatoes by fertilizing the planet's soil with his own feces. Few researchers share about farming in Mars. Associate Professor Elizabeth Hosrath of the University of Nevada, Las Vegas has more modest farming objectives. NASA has been funding her research into cultivating snow algae, a variety found in the Nevada desert and other high-altitude, low-nutrient habitats on Earth, in Mars-like circumstances for the past year and a half. They have been doing fantastic, she stated. Algae might be grown in greenhouses composed of a flexible material similar to that used in spacesuits. Growing algae in such conditions could provide a food source and oxygen. The investigation is still in its infancy. Scientists must also figure out how humans will be able to collect enough water from thriving on Mars. According to Victoria Hamilton, a planetary geologist at the Southwest Research Institute in Boulder, Colorado, the planet has some subsurface ice that could be water sources. A future Mars mission will need to employ radar to study its distribution. Once you figure out where the ice is, you can send humans there, she explained. You all know that we aren't going to survive in this universe without oxygen. What is going to happen on Mars where there is no sufficient oxygen? A NASA experiment on Mars has converted some of the scant, poisonous atmospheres of the red planet into oxygen. The Mars Oxygen In Situ Resource Utilization Experiment, MOXIE, landed on Mars on February 18, 2021 with the Perseverance rover and has recently completed its first test. Carbon dioxide makes up the majority of the atmosphere on Mars. It's also 100 times thinner than Earth's atmosphere. So even if it had a similar composition, humans wouldn't be able to breathe it long enough to survive. If astronauts are ever sent to Mars to explore, they will need to bring their own oxygen. Growing green in Mars. Despite having a challenging environment for life as we know it, Mars appears to be the most livable planet in our solar system aside from Earth. According to NASA, Mars had oceans similar to ours billions of years ago. Because their environments are identical to those of Mars, various areas on Earth have been utilized to study it. Antarctica, Hawaii, and parts of South America are examples of such locations. Since the early 1960s, scientists have been investigating Mars. They dispatched miniature spacecraft to Mars, which flew by, orbited, and landed. These satellites discovered that while some parts of Earth resemble Mars, the red planet is a challenging environment in which to live. According to research, Martian soil contains some nutrients that plants require to grow and thrive. However, plants like Watney's potatoes would have to grow inside a controlled environment such as his hab due to Mars's harsh cold. In addition, just like on Earth, the nutrients in Martian soil might differ from one location to the next. People stuck on Mars should be prepared to come up with inventive ways to improve the soil's suitability for plant development, even if it means utilizing their own feces as Watney did. It's difficult to say what we'll be able to do or not be able to do when we land on Mars. But when it comes to the chemistry in the Martian, Watney's scientific technique holds up. Scientists used volcanic soil in Hawaii to conduct plant trials replicating Martian conditions. Volcanic dirt is noted for its resemblance to Martian soil. Plants can grow in these soils according to these experiments. Other factors that future Mars explorers will have to consider when growing plants on the planet include as follows. As previously stated, Mars's atmosphere is mostly carbon dioxide, and plants require this gas the same way humans need oxygen to breathe. Furthermore, research implies that watering plants on Mars may use less water than it does on Earth because of the red planet's gravity, which is around 38% of Earth's. Water would flow differently through the Martian soil. To put it in another way, something on Mars would feel 3 times lighter than on Earth. As a result, the ground on Mars can contain more water than it can on Earth, and water and minerals within the soil would drain more slowly. Plants would struggle to grow on Mars due to a variety of factors. The extraordinarily freezing temperatures of Mars, for example, make life difficult to sustain. The amount of sunlight and heat that reaches that planet is far less than that which comes from the Earth. This is because Mars is around 50 million kilometers away from the Sun. Furthermore, the Martian atmosphere is not as dense as Earth's, which helps to keep our planet warm. Watney's potato plants freeze to death almost instantaneously when he mistakenly exposes his farm to Mars's harsh temperatures in the Martian. As previously stated, the open air on Mars is simply too cold for vegetation to live in. When it comes to nutrients, plants use photosynthesis, a sequence of chemical reactions that transform water and carbon dioxide into sugars and oxygen to provide the energy they require to exist. Plants require various nutrients including nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus to carry out photosynthesis. Nitrogen is an essential component of chlorophyll, the molecule that gives plants the green color and helps them capture the light they require for photosynthesis. Potassium aids in the opening and closing of tiny pores in leaves and stems that absorb water and carbon dioxide during photosynthesis. The chemical processes that make up photosynthesis require phosphorus. Humans and animals, unlike plants, are unable to capture solar energy. Humans get it instead by consuming food from animals and plants, and it gives us the power we need to live. Plants or other creatures that eat plants provide energy to animals. Everything we eat was once a plant, in that sense. There is another idea of cellular agriculture. Would you like to know more about it? Cellular agriculture works by extracting cells from an animal. You may use any animal, but most people start with chickens, cows, and other common animals. You take the cells and put them in a nutritional solution to grow them. This might be done in a large stainless steel tank that resembled a brewery more than a regular farm. People are currently concentrating their efforts on achieving the desired texture by assembling those cells into a scaffold that mimics the surface of various meats. But the point is that it's a much more environmentally friendly and ethical means of producing animal protein because it doesn't entail rearing animals in questionable conditions. Yeah, a lot of discussions are going on there. But what do you think about this all? Will we make this up to Mars? We are winding up today's episode here. Stay tuned for more of these exciting videos. We will be coming back to you soon. Before that, hit the like button